Hello and welcome to my video of Alice in Wonderland. In 2018 I assisted with some decor for an event which was a fundraiser for the rowing team, and I created all the decor and so on for the entrance, and I made a mini door. You know, you've got to shrink and go through the little door, and so I finally printed out all my photographs and I have created this album using Stamperia molds, which I did for the Wonderland, the Drink Me, the Rabbit, and I've used their paper. This is the rice paper on the front. This is actually a real little fob watch that I bought online a while ago, and so here we go, opening up. When I create an album, I print all my photographs first and then I design my pages. So I just feel that that works better for me than to make a fabulous album and then I don't have enough space in the area required for my photographs. So there are no photographs on this first page. It's just stating the date back in 2018, and I just rather liked making the flip up. And I'm going to do some journaling over here. This is Peter Rabbit dressed up as the White Hare. I'm going to be journaling on the back. This rabbit was in the windowsill of my grandmother's house in Oxford and has come to stay with us, so I need to journal on the back of that. Then I've tried to keep the paper as whole as possible, so I've literally used the full 12 by 12, which I have moved, folded over here so that you can still see the story. The paper is just so gorgeous, I didn't want to cover it, so I've made pockets to hide my info. So this is the pocket showing how I made the crazy topsy-turvy cake, all out of paper, a fake cake. And here is the explanation, well, not really explanation, but the photos of how I made the big door. So the black space is what covers the full door size of the hall that we were going into, cutting a little door in it, putting a rabbit on it, and then putting the checkerboard on it, making giant cupcakes. That's a matchbox, which is about so big, and painting the signage for the direction board for outside the hall. Pop that back in there. So that's what the sign looks like when it was done and up outside the hall. I've created a little booklet of photos so that you can see. There's the sign, the door, that was the table plan, the door when it was closed, the door as it was opening and starting to show you what I had created inside. This was our Mad Hatter, Michelle, who was our MC some of the time and coordinator. Shelley, who's an incredible artist herself, and Shelley again. I had to write Mind the Step because the number of people that tripped over it, oh my word. And then the view as you looked in through this tiny little door. There's more of the decor. More of the decor, and dear Alice. I think Alice is my favorite character, although I do love the White Rabbit. Another view of all the decor from the other side, looking out the door, and then close-ups of the decor, etc. Back in the pocket. Then on this side, this wonderful image that's actually meant to be a postcard. I put a close-up on that side of some more of the decor. These cards were just so lovely, so I've used them on the back of the photographs. These cakes were too nice to eat, so nobody actually ate them, so we raffled them off at the end and made extra money for the rowing team. Just a view of the cake table. And then on the back of these tags I have put some little photographs of the table layouts and setup. So I had these two in here, and that one, well, it doesn't actually matter which one goes where, and these three in that little pocket. Then I have another booklet, and yes, that's me. Crazy one. Our speaker, Sophia Lindop, did a most brilliant talk to all the ladies. Our MC for the day, Lynn, and our couple who manned all the behind the scenes. He organized all the boys to do all the waitering and serving and selling of raffle tickets. We had the most amazing prizes. So there you can see, again, I couldn't hide that paper. So here's the team behind the scenes, all the moms, my friend Ellie, who's as mad as me, a view of the MC's view of the hall, and handing out all the prizes. So again, on the back I've got all the cards. So it actually doesn't matter which way you put them back in here. I just quite like having all their faces peeking out. The boys played, some of the boys who were in the orchestra played music while the moms were buying their tickets. These are the rowing boys. Here's a pull-out of the boys as they were being instructed as to what was expected of them for the day. More instructions on how to sell the tickets and how to serve the tables. And again, just paper was too pretty to cover. The end. And just like that, 400 and something photos that I had to sift through from the day have been sorted, and I've printed the ones I wanted to tell the story of the day, and this is my album. So I hope you enjoyed that. It does up quite nice and easily, and can go back on the shelf just like that. I do like the rabbit. Thanks for watching. Bye.